So our next discussion is if you got the order to accomplish the SEO of the website. Let's give the floor to Alexey Andrusenko from the webpage company. Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to see you. It is the first time I am at the event of that format. I hope that my speech will be very fruitful and useful for you because it's directed not only for search optimization, but it will also be very fruitful for those interpreters who are aimed on providing better translations and better text. So to be brief, as a company we cooperate with different clients from different countries, with lots of outsourcing companies and IT companies, so we help them to move to the Western markets, and I would like to show you the system that is working for us now. So do you know what is search engine optimization? Okay, so it will be very interesting for you to listen. So what to start with the search optimization, we need to start from the strategy. It is like the background, like the basis. If you so your actions will get way better. So SEO of the website consists of internal optimization and external optimization, and in this speech I will pay more attention to the internal optimization because the external one is the narrow niche and requires lead builders, specialists, and so the first one consists of three key stages. This is technical recommendation, creating of the structure of the site, and creating of the content. So let's start briefly describing the technical moment. So in order for a website could functionate better and more competitively, it should have no problems, and so we have the SEO checklist, which is obligatory for all the websites. So first of all, this is the speed of the page load. So I checked the UTIC website, and you see that the guys should have some things to work, because if so you need to have the determiner of more than 85, like to be green. But so the errors are very basic also, so you can see the Google servers. So you can check your website, and your programmer will be able to eliminate all those errors. But so the future thing that influence the website is the errors, duplicated pages. So that is why you need to fight with those pages to reduce its quantity of those pages, and in the same way to improve the website according to position. So you can determine all the errors with the help of Google Search Console, where you can see the quantity of errors. So if you have duplicated pages, you can also find it in the tools. I recommend you to add your website to it, and if you will come up with errors, pass them to your programmer and he will solve it. So the next stage is the adaptivity of your website to the visitors. So it's not a secret that the mobile traffic is growing, and in some niches, so mobile takes 45%, even more, and it will grow in the future. So if tomorrow you will not have the adaptive version of the website, website, you will have bad positions. So please trace this parameter. It is very easy to do. You can use these servers to enter your website from the mobile phone, and if it looks like that with this, so your website is not optimized because the letters are too small and everything is so small. So this problem is very easy to use. So the Google service will give you all the recommendations to implement. I do recommend you because this is the future. So one more important thing is the structure. So I created the structure, the example of the structure for translation companies in order to show all the possible pages that could attract the traffic. Unfortunately, not all sites have this structure, so they lose their traffic, their potential traffic. So the perfect structure, in my opinion, looks like the services that you represent, sectors that you work with, like IT, finances, healthcare, and languages that you work with. So if you implement all those pages, you will get your traffic improved. So let's go to the content. Content is the king. Bill Gates told it, and I think that this phrase is still actual. So let's talk about the quality of the content more detailed. So I will tell some stories on what specialists used to do before to make the range of the website better. So we asked to make mistakes, to use the wrong structures. So before, in order to range for the request, for example, who was the director of Back-to-Back Future, Google now implemented the algorithm that is called Colibri, and it helps to understand machine to understand the requests of the users. So so now you can see the data that was given to Robert Zemeckis, the author of the movie. So this information is taken from Wikipedia, and if you enter the Wikipedia, you will not even find this text, like the question, who was the director of Back-to-Back. But the site is ranging, and why we will know further. So what to do in order for your content to be more fruitful for the search. So one more thing I wanted to repeat, that from the point of view of SEO is the understanding of the aim of the content while creating it with the help of a specialist, a copywriter, because you need to solve the question of the target audience. If it will not be able to reveal the topic, so the content will have the bounce rate, so people will not be able to get the right information. So you need to understand the aim of the content. You need to structurize the content also correctly. So remember yourself, how do you usually read the content, the major part of the content? You look for the marked lists or some headlines, and so search engines do understand that, and they want it to be available in your content. So you need to have marked lists, you need to have offer, not more than 13 words. Passages should also not be that big, but consist of key information. But the important thing is the topic, the completency of the topic. So the Wikipedia revealed all the information on the person, for example. So Wikipedia will send the question to the person, and so the completency of the information is the king of the content. So I would like to show you a few examples, bad and good. As for So I have found the example that these cards will be sold to September 20. So for example, if person was looking for the Busch Gardens card, he would not find the information on prices, on the he would not be able to know that they can be different, the cards can be different. So this article is ranged very poorly, and you can see it is on the 10th place, and that's not what we want from the content. So the second example, unfortunately, is very big. So this is a very long and big article that shows the guidelines on how to make satay sauce. So the step-by-step instructions, so that gives this website to take the second place because of the information. So the filling of the information is the king of the content. So we also can use some I called psychological tricks. It is the headline of your content. Here I will give easier examples. If, for example, you have ever met the article on how to make your butt more beautiful, then these headlines usually make the system more clickable. So you will bring it to the first level, because your system will fulfill the needs of the client. So you need to have a good headline, because people will have the need to go back to the system, and this is bad. Also, I wanted to
and you should use a call for actions in your content that will help you to target your goals you created your content for. If we are speaking about the self-promotion as an agency or a freelancer, if you have a blog and you will give some aggregated information in a separate document, you can download a PDF and then give me an email and work with the client using the other channels and then get sales. A very important moment is an adaptation of the content. We already faced it as an SEO agency as well, when we wanted to do our company the linguistic incorrect, inadequate phrases. We understood that was totally wrong. That's why I defined for myself the use of the correct word order and synonyms, adaptation and deletion of the content that is not corresponding to cultural and social differences. For instance, if it is translation from English, here I'm talking about the word order. If you translate the articles from Russian into English, you could translate optimization website as an optimization of website, but there are services that define the number of search in queries. Then optimization of website has 10 queries, and website optimization has 1000 queries, and you can find the synonyms such as web page optimization or site optimization, 140 queries monthly. We will talk about the instruments of semantics, selections, and here is an inadequate content for us. Here is Lifehacker.ru. They translate articles quite often, and sometimes I spit on them because they add irrelevant topics for us, because that's an article how to save money. Have you ever been to a laundry service? It's better to delete it. I'm not sure if anyone uses laundry services right now, and yeah, it's hardly unlikely to be an addition to the washing machine, and I don't think that people buy drying machines separately. There is a drying mode in a washing machine. Yeah, that's true. It's quietly visible that that's American content, and it's not really popular. It will not be popular among Russian users. So you wrote an excellent content. What you should do later? There are a lot of services to check the uniqueness, and there is Advego Plagiatus. It's free of charge. There you can check Russian content, English content, and for us at least, with the openness of such services as a Gloverit and Hemingway editor, you can remove water from your content, some subjective thoughts. So the stuff which can be detected by the search system, and if you have a lot of subjective data in your text, you will be lower in a rank than those guys who omitted these errors. Yes, let's speak about the peculiarities of content for your services site. What do we need for the site providing services? There, the most important thing is to help with the help of the site for a user with his problem. And the clear call, what should user do tomorrow or in 5 minutes, is important. Here is a bad example again. The company decided to sell the service of whitening teeth, and they told us that tomorrow your life will change if you will have whiter teeth. But I just came to see what technology is. Are there any side effects? If I can do this procedure for my child, and the price range, where should I call? There are no contact data, there are no guidelines what I should further. So this contact will not sell any services. I will go further and I will look for adequate websites. It is an examples of structuring the page for site providing services. That's the decoration of flats. It's a small passage, it's easy read, and there the sense, the brief sense, what company does, the successes of the company, and if you have any questions, you can call the company, you can see the main principles of work, you can see what has been, what is going on now, graphic content, and the call for action. So you can call us, we are coming, step-by-step instruction, and that content of course will sell your services and it will be ranked by search systems better. But maybe your technical task uses the same keywords. So try to create the structured content. For internet shops, it's excellent because the content may not be unique, because the same goods are sold everywhere in many shops and you can not waste your time on that. But I advise you to select the top group of your goods. For example, you should fight for iPhone 6 or such search queries. There is a high quality content is important, and in promotion of internet shops, reviewers of your clients are interested. For instance, there are articles on Amazon by the users. That's why Amazon is a top shop, for instance, according to different goods. iPhone 6, why not? What do we need for blog content or other information articles? There's a great length. This length can be explained by the completeness of the content and the variety of synonyms. There we can go back to Google. They call it LSI, Latent Semantic Index, and in popular language, synonyms. If you don't use synonyms, then maybe you will get deeper and deeper according to your results in your performance. And here with the experiment by the agency, the Western agency, they have reviewed a lot of results of search results, and the first place had about 1,900 words. That's according to English content, but I think the trend will be the same in RUNET as well, because the completeness of topic will eliminate the need for your user to go back to search engine to clarify the information to get some additional facts. What is not working? That's some primitive things, underlining the keywords in a bold type, or the misuse, redundant use of keywords. I think you read your text clearly in order to omit repetition, avoid repetition of keywords in each sentence. That's not correct. And now we are going to the tools for semantics analysis in order to find the synonyms, clarifying words. There are four main, in my opinion, tools nowadays, but I would recommend you that the simplest thing to master Serbstat for Russian language semantics and SEMrush for the English semantics. In Serbstat there is an English interface, but they have started development only. So if you're looking for English semantics, SEMrush is better. What they can do, they can find, if you're interested in specific keywords, they can understand the frequency, the similarity, the additional words, and which peculiarities are being asked by people. And you can find the similar article in the top, and you can see the keywords for its presence by the competitor. It will help you to make your content more variable, to enrich it. Now you will see the example provided by me. That was a SEMrush service. It's not really important. Kitchen splashbacks, for those who understand that that's a splashback in your kitchen, and we wanted to create a technical task to make the text better than all our competitors. So we search the Britain as a target country, and there's a similar words are reflected, and we got the list. Maybe you cannot see it correctly, but there are synonyms such as glass kitchen splashbacks, glass splashback for kitchen. That's a different way of writing. Let's call them synonyms, but there is a wrong way of writing. For instance, glass splashback for kitchens. And you will be ranked only if you write a content of high quality. And you can see additional markers here, which was searched by people. They were looking for specific goods, patterned glass splashbacks or toughened glass splashbacks. So we can explain that our glass maybe with a picture or with some additional features. Again, going back to the target country, it was Britain. I found there is a synonym cooker. That's a British English word. If you are using that, of course, you will conquer the target users from the Great Britain. There I found the data that people are using, the colors, for instance, and using these services to find words. You can get the complete picture, what your users want. If you structure the main words and additional words according to colors, for instance, if your country will get a red, a blue splashback for you, whatever you like. If you want to find full guidelines, I can send it to you, to your email. Now about the key moments of text utilization, that what you have to format your text. The keywords should be in your title in H1, and its synonym should be in H2. That's a subheading. These keywords should be on different pages. There should not be passages where there are a lot of keywords and then the passages without keywords. The presence of relevant graphics and interlinking for those who would like to see some additional info and references to additional resources. For instance, using Wikipedia, you can see a lot of sources that make your information more complete. And then using such strategy, you can target great results. And now I would like to share the results of working with IT outsourcer Yolantis in creating mobile apps that their specification. There's a growth of visibility in Google search system thanks to generation of content with the help of correct keywords, synonyms, and creating complete and qualified content. And again, if we see these graphics from Google Analytics service, and we started from 5 and got to the 600. And as I already heard at one presentation, the comment from Yolantis, they told that the quality of the content is very important and the knowledge of the journalist of the topic. I think everyone understands that, and I would like to underline that. So, conclusion, in order to promote your site or to give additional value to the client for your translated content, you should follow the steps. When you are promoting your sites, you have to sort out the technical optimization of the site to create the system of high quality, to create useful content, to spread your content, that's to external optimization.
You will need to find the related companies and to build your brand, maybe your personality brand, and you need to analyze the results. So thank you so much. I am ready to answer your questions. Okay, hello. So I have two questions. The first, does it work with the clients, and so it is B2B? Yes. Okay. So what were the results in sales? Okay. So it is clearly obvious that more visitors came to the website, but amongst SEO they were doing something else. Okay, because of this company is located in Ukraine, so their target audience is the USA. So the only thing they did was they created the good quality content. They created their social networks for the designers, programmers. They made beautiful animations, friended with everybody with the topical networks, social networks. But the most important thing is the quality of the content on the blog. And as for the result, it is very important not only to see the growth of the traffic. You need to analyze the system. So we had also analytical system installed, and for example, I want to create the offer, so this is the aim, and the quantity of those aims grew. So they totally rely on content marketing, and it's more than $100,000 orders because per month because of this content. So they have a large team. So this result was achieved for 2 years, and so they have the copyright team, marketologist team. So they have the team of more than 100 people. But I think the people who were working on the content is the team of 5 people. So we help them. So the key reward of this result is the quality of the content. So okay, 5 people. $1,000 per each, so 5,000. Okay, so it is 100,000 per month. Okay, so the questions. No, they have another question. So you were telling that the search engines pick the words, like water words. So was it your survey or it is the live page experience of yours? So we do not have this type of experience, but we have the information from the search system and on the content that they have. So you can use Google Analytics and to trace the percent of refuses. So a lot of so the lower the number, the more the better content you have. Okay, just as an example, so for example, UTIC website. So for example, if we got the person who came with the request of Rudavin video, freelance, so the person reviews it for 1 hour and then leaves the website, so it is bounced. So now it is good if a person stayed for an hour at the site, but unfortunately analytics is not able to count very precisely, so it can be still zero. So, but for Google it is so bad is when when the user pressed the back button. So this is very good. You should not have these people leaving the website. There is analytics that is not visible for user, but the things that are visible for us, we were able to improve them, improve the rates with the help of accomplishing some tasks. Okay, I have a question. You were talking about internal optimization, but do you perform external optimizations, and what is thank you for your question. Unfortunately, the time limits of my speech did not allow me to discover it, but I like to say that there is the stage when the content is not enough for the external optimization. So the external optimization is the having the brand on the platforms, and these platforms should be relevant. So you need to have do follow links, and if to talk about the links that work the best for now, these are guest bloggings, and for example, if you have 5 translation bureaus that get the content of good quality from you, so you put 2 links to your research and to your information. So there are lots of techniques, but when we work with Elantis, so we work in the following way. So let's imagine that they say that they want to develop taxi app development, for example. So we look through the topics that we could provide, and on which platforms can we provide the content. So we So, and then we see what should we add, maybe payment system, Google Maps, and create the so-called technical article and give it as a shortened version. So they will place it and it will contain the good content and this critically important, and they will also give the link relevant information. So these links will work for you much better, because if, for example, if you gave to the user your main page, so you should better give the link to the most useful information from your website. Okay, one more service that most specialists use is buying of links. By there you need to be a professional, because of the wrong tactics the search engine gives filters. So for example, if you got 5-10 leads, so the search traffic is reduces, and so the quantity of leads can be reduced as well. So you need to be very careful with that as well. So you were telling about the content that you need to create it, and it should be valuable. So what do you use to trace the activity of your competitors on updates? I know that this is very important. So how often do you update the information on your topic, let's say? So do you have any special tools that help to trace the activity of your competitors? So for example, how often do they change the articles or something? Okay, yes, we can trace how often do they publish, so we can trace their external activities. We have tools that help to study sources that linked to us. So for example, we have lots of traffic for Mashable. You have service Ahrefs, where you can review all the links of your competitors of all qualities. But the internal activity of the website and how often do they update the content, so there is no automatized tool for that. The interpreter cannot hear you. So the internal, the things that they publish on their websites. The interpreter cannot hear. Please speak into the microphone. So in Google there is the special parameter, so you can look the changes for 2 weeks. But this process is half manual. It's not completely automatized. But you can trace the external information. So as long as I see there's no further questions, thank you so much, Alexey.